Good morning everyone. Namaskar. I'm Ms. Neelu Jain, Assistant Professor in the Department of English and Humanities, JCRC Jaipur. Today I'll be covering an important topic of BTech first year, and this is the Unit 1. It is a topic from Unit 1 in which we will be doing what is communication, cycle of communication, importance of communication, the 7 C's of effective communication, importance of good communication skills, and what are the implications of bad communication skills at workplace. So talking about communication, communication it is a process by which we exchange information between individuals by using common signs and symbols, and these signs and symbols should be understood by the receiver as well as the sender so that an appropriate feedback is received back by the sender. So in this case we will see that if we want to communicate, then we can just see this. If we want to communicate, then we need to have two individuals. The one is the sender and the other is the receiver, fine. But sometimes we communicate to ourselves also, and in this case the communication is known as interpersonal communication. So communication is interchange of thoughts, opinions and information in the form of speech, writing or signs. Next we are going to talk about what is the cycle of communication. Now as you can see, the process of communication, this is the sender. The sender encodes the message and sends it to the receiver by using a particular channel, fine. Now this channel, again the receiver decodes the message. This channel, it decodes the message and it sends to the receiver, fine. Now the receiver, again it encodes the message using the particular channel, and but many times you can see that there are certain barriers in this process of communication, fine. And it becomes the utmost responsibility of both the sender as well as the receiver to remove such barriers. After removing such barriers, when the message is again decoded, it is sent it back to the you can say the sender, fine. Now this message which is sent, this message is reached to the sender in the form of feedback. So feedback is really very important in the process of communication, because if you don't remove such barriers, then the actual message is not reached, and in this case there is distortion of message. Next we are going to see what are the elements of communication. So the very first element of communication is the message. It is the actual message which is sent by the sender to the receiver, and it can be verbal message also, non-verbal message also, and symbolic message also. And the sender takes due care that the message should reach to the receiver in the particular form so that it is understood by both of them, and the same message may be communicated or perceived differently by two individuals. So you need to avoid the ambiguousness of the message in this case. The next element of communication is the channel. Further I am going to talk about what are the channels of communication. I am just briefing you about right now that a channel is a medium through which a message is sent or received between two people, fine. Now if we classify the channels, then the channels can be classified into the formal channel and the informal channel. The formal channels are further classified into the vertical, horizontal and the diagonal, and the informal channel is also known as the grapevine. I'm not going to talk it to all these things into detail, but definitely but these formal channels, it is practiced in the professional life, fine. But sometimes you can see that the informal channel is also there in the form of gossips, fine. And this is the reason that when you gossip in your professional communication, it results into the grapevine communication, and such gossips, they reach from one person to the another like a grapevine, fine. So just like a grapevine is comprising of so many grapes, similarly the message is also reached to n number of people, fine. So these channels can be used to receive the message, and it is done by seeing, hearing, touching and smelling. The next we are going to talk about is the classification of channels. Again, these are the channels can be the visual channels, as I already told you that it can be verbal as well as inverbal. They can be auditory channels, they can be tactile channel, and they can be combined channel also. The next is receiver. Receiver, who is a receiver? A receiver is an individual who receives the message which is sent by the sender, and thus a receiver is also known as a decoder, and he is expected to have the ability and skills to decode the message and interpret the message in a particular form. Now, as I already told you that the feedback is the most important thing in the process of communication, and it is a message which is sent by the receiver to the sender, and if a particular feedback is received by the sender, then it is meant, it can be assumed that yes, definitely the message is understood well by the sender, and in this case the process of communication is effective, and this feedback can be verbal as well as non-verbal also. Now, as I already told you that communication is very important in personal life also and professional life also. In personal life also, you need to communicate to your family members, to your friends, to your siblings. If this process of communication is not there, then definitely there is going to be strained relationships. Similarly, communication is also important in your professional life, and in order to avoid the ambiguousness, in order to avoid this grapevine culture, you need to communicate effectively. So we are going to see that the importance of communication is it establishes effective leadership. The one who is an effective leader, definitely he is going to be an effective communicator also, and vice versa. Communication helps in proceeds of motivation and morale development. It helps in smooth working of the organization. It promotes cooperation and peace within the organization, definitely, because each and every message is going to be there in front of the management also and the employees also. So definitely there is going to be peace and cooperation within the organization. It acts as a basis of coordination and cooperation, and it acts as basis of decision making. When you communicate effectively to each and everyone, then definitely there is going to be effective decision making, and there is going to be the harmonious relationship between the people in the organization, which is going to lead to, you can say, the building up of the organization by promoting peace and cooperation, and it increases managerial efficiency also. So communication is very important in your professional life. Now, what are the implications of bad communication at workplace? As I already told you that if you are not communicating effectively at your workplace, it leads to grapevine communication, which are also known as rumors, and this is very common in professional organization, and this is a very important symbol or sign that the process of communication is not effective in the organization. The second is there is lack of specific communication, using the incorrect mediums to convey important message. There is passive or aggressive communication. There is lack of follow through and consideration. There is blaming and intimidating others, and there is failing to listen. Definitely, when the communication process is not good, you are going to blame each and everyone. Everybody is going to blame the other person that yes, I have not done this, because there is no proof in the organization. So you need to follow up an effective communication process in your organization. Next, we are going to talk about what are the 7 C's of effective communication. So the first C that we are going to talk about, these 7 C's together, they make an effective communication. So the first C is that you need to have clarity in your communication. The message should be very clear so that it is understood by the other person clearly. There has to be a courtesy in the process of communication, that you need to be courteous, you need to show that courtesy to the other person, and definitely when you are going to be courteous, the other person is also going to be courteous in the process of communication, which is going to build up the organization. You need to show your consideration, you need to consider the other person, because many times it happens that the other person is must be going through some or the other problem. So if you consider the other person, this is going to be the other way around also. You need to be concise, you need to be brief in the process of communication, because nowadays nobody has the time to just listen to what you are saying. So you need to be brief, you need to be concrete. Definitely what is there, you need to be just say it to the point and be concrete in your process of communication. you need to considerate, fine, and you need to be complete also in your process of communication. So if all these 7 C's are present in your process of communication, it is going to be effective communication, and your communication is going to be definitely a good communication with a good feedback. There are also other attributes in this process of communication, that you need to have a positive attitude. You should have good communication skills so that you can just make the other person understand through your verbal as well as non-verbal communication. You should go for regular feedbacks, fine, for in the process of communication. And this process of communication should be goal oriented. Why we are communicating to the other person? Because there is some goal. There has to be a message there. The message needs to be formed keeping in mind that yes, why this message has to be formed. So the message should be goal driven. You should use creative and alternative approaches, and you need to minimize the negative impact of the whatever is going around through your warmth and friendliness, which is going to be more, you can say, more often with the openness and respect. And there has to be an environment of empathy and a comfortable environment so that each and everybody can work and can live accordingly. So this is all about the process of communication, the cycle of communication, and the 7 C's of effective communication, how you can build up your communication, and why, what is the reason to build up effective communication also. So thank you.